So welcome to New with Akron Fit Body Bootcamp. This is our new member checklist. You received a copy of this in your folder when you left orientation. So when you have some questions, I want you to refer back to this. I want to take a few minutes just to go through it to make sure that you are up to speed on how we run our program to help you get the most out of your experience here. So obviously, thank you for filling out the PAR-Q before orientation. We appreciate that. Now, at orientation, we get your starting weights, your starting photos done, those progress photos. We showed you the Fit 3D scanner, whether it's through the video or in the room. Remember, you're going to be doing your Fit 3D scan at least every 2 weeks so that we can get those measurements. Now, when it comes to Fit 3D scanner, we're not using the weight on the scale or the body fat percentage. We're simply going by the measurements that we found the measurements to be accurate and consistently accurate for our members. And then the images that we see or that you get of your scan are very accurate. Remember, we don't see those images. We see an outline of your body, but we don't see the full scan unless you share it with us. We're always happy to look through those with you. We'll get you scheduled for your first session after orientation, and then we do group strategy sessions, so they are on the schedule. This is a chance for you to sit with one of our coaches. Sometimes they're just one-on-one because there's nobody else scheduled for them. Other times we'll have multiple people in there, which we found to be helpful for people to get better ideas of what other people are doing to help themselves and to relate to, you know, the things that people are doing for themselves and get a different perspective on what they can be doing and where they want to start. But this is a great opportunity to come away with a couple action tasks to work on over the next 2 to 4 weeks, creating a habit that will help you get closer to your goals when added to with new habits that you create over time. Now, after orientation, you'll request access to the North Akron FBBC Family Facebook group. This is a members-only group. Only members of the gym are in this family page, and nothing shared inside this page is shared outside this page. It's an awesome resource for our members because our members are awesome, and they're very helpful. They support each other. They're very active in this page. So there's a lot of information. We share our meal plans, recipes. We'll do videos and make updates about what's happening at the gym in this page. It's a great way to stay connected to the other members and to us as coaches when you're not at the gym. After that, you'll find and read the Getting the Most Out of Your Membership email. This has meal plans and other nutrition information to help you get started, links to many helpful resources, and a PDF with the fine print from your membership agreement. So this is also in a pinned post in the family page as well, but this email will get sent to you after you leave. And then we suggest you set up a MyFitnessPal account for food journaling. We found food journaling to be a great way for us to help you see patterns or help you make small changes. I know that food journaling can seem a bit overwhelming at first, but the more you practice it, the better you're going to get at it, and the more you're going to get out of it, and the more we're going to be able to help you. Don't worry about what's in your food journal. We're not going to judge you for it. I don't want you to ever feel any sense of shame with your food journal. Just be honest in there so that we can give you honest feedback as well. Most of the time, we are focusing on those macronutrients, proteins, carbs, fats, and then vegetables. And we're not going to go look through your food journal and start going, here's what you need to stop eating, here's what you shouldn't be doing. We're going to look at maybe what you aren't getting enough of yet. And we found in our experience, our members typically, when they start with us, aren't getting enough protein and vegetables. So we might look at your food journal and check those first and then suggest you take those numbers up without telling you to stop doing something else, because we know that usually doesn't work as efficiently as adding things into your program. So don't be worried about what you're putting in there. Just put everything in there. If it goes in your mouth, put it in your food journal, and it's going to give us a lot of information. This is something we'll constantly come back to. If you feel like you're struggling to get results, we're going to want to be looking at your food journal. So the more you start doing with it now, the better you're going to get at it, and the more we're going to be able to help you. Then you also register for your boot camp sessions by going to this link, northakronfitbody.zenplanner.com. 3 easy steps to get there. Go to the calendar, click on the sessions you want to register for, click the reserve button next to your name. Now, you can do this through a phone app as well, and it's just still an easy process, or download right there on your phone like it says there. Now, boot camp session cancellation policy. This is an accountability policy we have in place to make sure you do show up for your sessions, because we do want to see you here. We're not like a big box gym. We want all of our members to be here when they can. We also like to know you're coming, and we know that when you're scheduling your sessions, you're more likely to show up for them. And also make sure you have room in that session, because we do limit the size of our sessions. Now, if you don't show up for a session that you're scheduled, there will be a $2 charge. Now, this does not go in our pockets. This goes to charity, so we'll never take money from you. We just want to encourage you to get here. It supports a local charity. We typically work with Good Neighbors, which helps provide food and shelter and clothing for people in need. And we work with the Summit County Board of Children's Services, and other times we'll donate it to another charity. Now, if you miss a boot camp session, you'll get an email from us the next day. It says missed action required, missed session. This is not a receipt. It's simply letting you know that our program, our system says that you didn't show up yesterday. If there's any discrepancy, if you were there and you forgot to sign in or something happened with the kiosk, please respond to this email and we will rectify the situation as quickly as we can, because like I said, we're not trying to take money from you. We just want to make sure you get here. So please respond to that email. Please don't send us a text or a Facebook message about it. It's just going to take more time for us to find what you're talking about. So please respond to that email and we'll gladly take care of that for you. Now, there's also a wait list for sessions that are filled. So if you put yourself on the wait list, you can cancel a session within 2 hours of a session, which means that if you're on the wait list and someone cancels within 2 hours of a session, you'll get bumped from the wait list into that session. So you want to make sure you know what's going on. You'll get a text from us that says, congratulations, you got into the session. So you'll know that you are now in there. And if it happens before 2 hours of a session, you'll be able to cancel that as well. You can always go in there and take yourself off that wait list. But make sure if you're on the wait list for 5:30 in the morning, you need to get up when you normally would to go to a session and see if you got into that session. Otherwise, you might have gotten bumped in there and then you slept through it and then you missed the session, and then that's going to be a $2 donation to charity. Again, all this is in place to make sure that you show up when you say you will, because it's very important to do what you say you're going to do. I don't want you taking space from a member that would have shown up. And I also want you to feel encouraged and motivated to get here. And sometimes the sting of a $2 charge, while it's not going to break the bank, it does remind you that, hey, you said you're going to do something and we want to see you. Now, here's what you want to know to get the most out of your sessions. We ask that you arrive 5 minutes early to every session. If you're showing up too late, we're going to ask you to wait for the next session. It disrupts the session. We got to make sure you're warmed up and everything as well. Now, we want you to bring a towel and water bottle to each session. If you forget your water bottle, we have bottles of water in the fridge for $1. We also have a filtered water cooler right by the front door so you can fill up your water bottles when you come in. Please bring a separate pair of clean, dry shoes to work out. Wet and dirty shoes will not be allowed on the gym floor. We get a lot of members in our sessions, and if they're all coming in with dirty shoes on, then you're going to be working out in somebody else's dirt, and I can't have members working out in dirt that's drug in from outside. So please help us keep the gym as clean as possible to help you as well. Now, we ask that you eat something within 3 hours of your session. If it's sooner than 3 hours or it's with less than 3 hours before your session, you just want to make sure you know that what you're eating is going to agree with your body. I don't want you feeling, too heavy or bloated during a session, but you want to make sure you do have something in your body, because I don't want you working out on an empty stomach, getting lightheaded, and risking hurting yourself in some way. And when you come in for your first few sessions, I suggest you only go about 50 or 60% during those sessions to avoid excessive soreness. Give you time to concentrate on your form, get comfortable with how we run our sessions. You're going to feel great when you do it this way. You're going to be able to ease into the program and allow your body to adjust over time to avoid getting that place where you feel like you can't do it because you went too hard that first couple sessions. So don't worry about looking like you're not going as hard as you can. Everybody understands the first few sessions, you're really trying to challenge yourself to not go too hard and then build with that. Now, if soreness does occur, and it usually will, don't skip your next session. Once your body's warmed up, it's going to feel great. So we suggest you try to come in for 2 sessions in a row if you can when you get started, because you'll be going 50 or 60% for both sessions. You're going to feel great. And the easiest way to get through soreness is to move around a little bit, doing exercises that are similar to the ones that got you sore. Now, always let your coaches know if you have any injury or if you need any modifications. We're always happy to provide a modification for you. We don't want you working through pain. We want to keep you moving and keep you motivated. But remember, you have complete control. If we're doing something that doesn't feel comfortable, let us know and we'll help you. We're never going to make you do something you're not comfortable with. Our goal is to motivate you to do the best work you can, not force you or intimidate you into doing something you're not comfortable with. And then if you have enough energy after one session to do the very next session, you simply didn't work hard enough in that first session. Our sessions are designed to help you go as hard as you'd like, or pull it back on certain days when you're trying to go 50 or 60%, or maybe you're feeling a little sore from some of your workouts that week. But please don't schedule back-to-back sessions. We don't want our members doing them. 40 minutes is plenty of time to get a lot of good work in, to feel great, and get you back home, get you to work, get you on with your day, because I don't want you to spend all day in the gym either chasing some goal that might actually be hurting you by working too hard. So that's it. Remember, this is also, you got a paper copy of this in your checklist. Please refer back to this. Please let us know if you have any questions, and always give us some feedback, because we're always trying to figure out how we can help you get comfortable with what we're doing here. Thanks a lot.